Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Karen Lintz, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you our program today and introduce you to Tammy Wrobble and her husband, Duff, of Holly's House of Hope. Just to tell you a little bit about them, Tammy has over 25 years of experience working with early learning programs and service providers focusing on the care of children. She has experience as a program coach, inclusion specialist, early intervention service provider, coordinator of specialized services for community programs, and a manager of social service startup. She currently provides system support to make learning communities more inclusive for people with disabilities. And her husband, Duff, teaches at SIUE in the Applied Communication Studies. So Tammy helped fund a local nonprofit, Holly House of Hope, and she enjoys time volunteering with Special Olympics of Illinois. So without further ado, I welcome Tammy up to the stage.
Thank you, Karen. Thanks, Karen. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Thanks for allowing us to be here today to tell you a little bit more about Holly's House of Hope. You might be wondering why we're here, because we're located in Highland, Illinois, and I'm going to share that with you all in a little bit. Before I do that, I want to share with you how we came to be. And so we've been incorporated now for 3 years. Our daughter Holland has Down syndrome. It was very apparent to us when she was in high school that we needed to do a little something extra to get her able to be a full member of our community, someone who found joy and purpose in life after high school. There aren't a lot of things in the state of Illinois for our folks that have disabilities once they exit high school. So because of that, we started looking around and asking different companies, organizations, if they were in need of volunteers, because we wanted Holland to be able to start volunteering and gaining some life skills, some job skill opportunities. A lot of people said no. 2 people said yes. One of the folks that said yes worked for they weren't even a nonprofit. It was part of a church, and they would open their doors on the weekends, and people in need would come in and get what they wanted for free. Clothes, toys, luggage, really furniture, you name it. Whatever the families needed, they could come in and get. And so Holland started volunteering there. And shortly after that, they approached me and they approached my husband and said, "We are so glad that we said yes. We almost didn't. We want to help more people like Holland." And so we added 2 more people to the folks that would come in and volunteer, and they were actively involved in stocking shelves, talking to customers, tagging things, cleaning, that sort of thing. And it was very apparent to us then, after a few months of that we needed to incorporate, because this was getting to be something that not only the community and people with disabilities needed, but that we needed to do, because this was going to be a big thing, right? This was needed. And so that's how Holly's House of Hope came to be. My husband and I purchased a building. Well, we lived in Edwardsville for quite some time. And then we built a house in Grand Fork. We found a building in Highland that was an old chiropractic building, and it had a lot of like asbestos and lead in the walls and stuff from the x-ray rooms. And so we, with the client's help and with the community's help, fixed that up. And now we have clients there that have disabilities. These clients have cognitive or intellectual disabilities. Most of these clients are young. And so most of these clients are right out of high school. Like I said, not a lot of opportunities for folks right out of high school that have disabilities to be involved in the workforce and have a purpose and be active in their community. And so because I could talk all day, and I know that you were going to be out of here at 1, right? So tell you a little bit about the purpose. Our daughter wanted to sell clothes. And so we worked on figuring out how we could give her the skills she needed so she could do this. Since then, the clients that come to us are interested in working. They're interested in giving back to their community. So what we do is figure out what they want to do, not what they can do, which makes us a little different from other programs like ours. So we figure out what they want to do, and then we help build the skills they need to be able to do that. Today, we're going to talk a lot about the business apprenticeship program. So there should be a brochure trifold on your tables. And I can get more if you're interested in bringing those back to you and yours. But this program, we're very proud of this program, and it's a one-of-a-kind program. And I brought my husband today because he actually started this program. Okay, so these were our first 3 clients that I told you about that started at that community store where folks would come in and get what they needed. The mission at Holly's House of Hope is to build skills and provide opportunities to guide young adults who are uniquely abled toward more purpose-filled lives through service in our community. So our focus is to enhance employment, of course, provide social opportunities, and then participate in service opportunities. And we have some photos of us doing just that. And then ultimately promoting that inclusive opportunity and work experience. We use a choice model, and that choice model is to make a choice. So first we figure out what the clients want to do, explore the choice. What skills do they have to be able to do that now? What skills do they need to be able to be successful doing that? So we test the choice, meaning skill inventory, skills assessment, and then finalize the choice. So figuring out what they want to pursue, and then work on helping them find a job in the community. And that's what that business apprenticeship program trifold brochure is all about. So here's that teach model. Teaching the skills, engaging them in job shadowing opportunities, assessing those skills, providing job coaching, and then ultimately job placement, and they get hired by an employer. So a little bit about our community store. There's a piece of paper on the tables, half sheet. Our community store is what we use to really provide the foundational skills assessment and job skill building when clients first start with us. Our community store is located in Highland, Illinois. We have folks from around the county that come to our store to get what they need, either at a reduced charge or free of charge. So we ask all of you, if you know of any families in need, please reach out to us because they can come in and get what they need for free. We have a voucher system to do just that. For folks that have the funding to be able to buy some things, we do $5 fill-a-bags. And we do that one Saturday a month. And then we also do that during the week. And our hours are on that brochure, Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 to 2. Duff helped me keep an eye on my time. Here are some photos of our community store. So we have clothes, household items, some clients working at doing different things, tagging. We also have a laundry facility there so they can learn how to wash and dry. Our daughters in those photos. They also learn how to sort, fold, hang. All right, so I wanted to get to the service in our community. One of the things that all of us at Holly's House of Hope are very passionate about is giving back to our community. Not only is it important for the community to see what people can do, people with disabilities can do, but it's also really important for our clients, for the people with the disability to be able to give back to the community because everybody has a purpose and we fully believe that. That's why we exist. So just a few pictures of us giving back to the community. There's a nonprofit here in Edwardsville that we work with to help them pack their toiletry bags that they give to people in need. And so we're doing some of that here. We also help organizations that give toys and other things to other people during the holiday season. We help wrap those gifts for them. This is us doing some gardening work in the community. So this is really the meat and the potatoes of what I wanted to talk to you all about today. This is our apprenticeship program. Duff, can you come on up? So we started because personally, there was a need, right? We needed to help our daughter develop job skills. And so we did that for a couple of years. And then we were like, well, okay, we have these job skills now. She needs to get a job. So what are we going to do? And that's when Duff came up with this brilliant idea, our apprenticeship program. And again, one of a kind. So I'm going to have him tell you a little bit about that now. I don't know if we should.
You know what
this
you should
slide.
do is you should go put that back on the table because our table mates were looking desperately.
Oh,
for
I'm
that
sorry.
piece of paper.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody, when Holly was little and cute and they would see her, they'd say, oh yeah, when she's older, bring her back. And we'd love to work with her. So we did. And turns out they were lying. And almost all of them hemmed and hawed and said, well, yeah, liability and quarterly profits and da-da-da. And so we had to figure out a different plan. And Illinois doesn't have anything. There just there is no thing that we could do, but we have all the bits and pieces. So what I figured out, and as you can see from the pictures, all this was during the pandemic. And so I had a lot of time to sit around and think, right? And we figured out that Madison County has a program, a job development program, that if you have a federally sponsored apprentice working for you, they will reimburse 50% of that person's salary for a year. So in order for that to work, you need to have a federally recognized apprenticeship. And if it's a federally recognized apprenticeship that Madison County will pay for or pay 50% of, then the state of Illinois has a program that will provide a job coach for a person with a disability at no cost. So you've got these three different pieces. And the first organization that we worked with was actually the city of Highland. So given what you all do for a living, I just want you to absorb for a moment that what I did was to coordinate a city government, a county government, the state government, and the federal government, and got them all to do something together. So what we got them to do, everybody wanted to do the sort of thing that we were talking about. Nobody had any idea how. So what we got them to do was expand the amount of time that the apprenticeships will run for. So instead of 1 year, they can go for 2. We got them to reduce the number of hours that the kids had to work. So they went from having to work full-time to working part-time. And the third thing was we've got the federal government working with us to modify the apprenticeship so that they're appropriate to the levels that our kids, I keep calling them our kids, they're in their 20s and 30s, but they're my kids. And we got them to work with us on that. So we use a technique called job carving. Rather than starting with a job that has a name and a title that exists, we go in and say, what are things here that our clients could do that you would rather not do yourself? And we get them to put together a meaningful amount of work in a place where our kids want to be. So Holly wanted to work in clothes. We got her in a clothing store. I think the most fun was Kyle. Kyle wanted to be a firefighter. And I said, I can't do that in Highland because even our regular firefighters don't get paid. But do you like cops? And he said, yes. So he actually now works for the police department. He cleans police cars. And as far as he is concerned, he is a cop. He's got a shirt, it's got his name on it. He's got a badge, he can swipe in and out. And he is the happiest guy. And I swear this is true. He even got his mother out of a ticket. So you know it's real. But that's the gist of the program. So what I do is I'll find an employer that has the kind of a job that one of our clients is interested in, and I'll go and I'll try and put all of this together. It takes a while, but once all of those pieces are clicked in, then we can set up a client and they can go and work. and they take a job coach with them, and they get paid, and the employer gets reimbursed 50%. So it's just a whole lot of people win in that situation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So the ultimate goal is that the employer at the end of those 2 years would hire this person. And so why are we here today to talk to you? Yes, our building's located in Highland. We have clients that live in Edwardsville. We're placing our first client in Edwardsville couple weeks.
Yeah.
In a
should
couple
be-
weeks.
should be 2-3 weeks.
So we are ready to expand. We are ready to cover as much as we can to help people with disabilities and help the employers in Madison County be able to experience this awesome opportunity. And so thank you all so much for your time. If you have any questions, we can entertain those now. Yes.
Is there an age limit on your clients?
That's a good question. When we first started, we said young adults. Now we have a couple 30-year-olds. So not really. If we have the space to be able to do that, and part of what we do on site for the folks that are in apprenticeship is that we have a classroom portion that we're required to do to complete for them. And so, no, good question. Thank you for, yes, go ahead.
You might have said, how many clients do you have? Number one, number two, you mentioned the police officer and somebody that was interested in working in a local store. Are there other occupations that off the top of your head, you know you have?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we have someone that works in a library. We have 2 people that work at the rec center, like YMCA. And at the Humane Society.
And the pool.
Yeah.
Liam likes, we have one guy who lives for swimming, and we got him a job doing pool maintenance.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have 12 clients right now, and we are able to accept more. So, yes.
Businesses too.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So if this is something that you're interested in, it takes several months to get all of the paperwork lined up with all these different agencies to make it work. But we are definitely wanting and needing more businesses and employers to hop on board. Thank you. Yes.
This is awesome. So you started from scratch, you developed the playbook. Is there an opportunity to share this model with other organizations around the state to help them out?
Great question, Duff.
I think the farthest away so far has been South Carolina and Vermont. So yeah, people are coming asking us, how are you doing this? And this was always part of our goal, is to try and develop a model that can be expanded out. Smaller communities have the significant need, but not enough resources. The gentleman that asked about age, part of why we targeted the younger groups is because there are some things that kick in when you're a little older in Illinois in the disability community, but they don't even start until you're 25. So from when they graduate from high school until 25, there's this absolutely nothing. And that was our initial target. But things don't automatically kick in at 25, and what kicks in at 25 isn't always sufficient. So we've added a few things. You know, I think our oldest was actually 37. We did have someone from Troy, although not in the program at this point. But
Yes.
So we are just in our area.
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Thanks so much for asking. Yeah, we're really wanting to switch our store over to fall and winter now. And so we do accept donations one Saturday a month. And then we have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. When we're there, you can drop anything off.
Yeah, it's mostly clothing, toys,
Shoes.
bedding, shoes.
Right,
kids
if you-
stuff,
If you look on our
strollers.
Facebook page right now, we say we're on a freeze until next week because we're switching the store over. Any other questions?
Oh, and by the way, we also have a really fantastic bus. And
That's right, we got a great grant from
the
MC
guy
too.
who paid for it sitting in the middle over there, so.
It's nice to see some familiar faces here today. I really love all that you do. And I was coming over here today thinking, you do what you do for the same reason that we do what we do. And it's to help other people and help other people that might not be able to help themselves. And it's so fulfilling, and I know that you know that because this is the work that you do, but people with disabilities, the majority of people, over 75% of them graduate from high school and sit on the couch at home. So they're losing all of those skills and they're not contributing to society the way that they can contribute. We have a wide variety of skill levels at Holly's House of Hope, and all of them are able to contribute in some way. So thanks so much for your time. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
Ellen working in the clothing store,
She is.
and who she worked, where she worked.
Yeah, well,
Since they hired
absolutely. Well, we just started her at Holly's House of Hope, so she has a paid position now at Holly's House of Hope. But we are working with the Challenge Unlimited. And they are helping provide a job coach. She had
She had an interview at Glicks.
an interview at Flex, she had an interview at Cato.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll let you know when she goes. Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well,
You like it?
I do. I love it. And thanks for lunch.
This is yours, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, on behalf of Home Nursery and Auntie.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Nice to
Welcome.
see you.
I'm not smart enough to know how to get tech.
I'll take care of it.